Leading off the parade, as always, is the Metropolitan Police Department's motorcycle squad. These officers from the Special Operations Division provide escorts to the President and heads of state. The Metropolitan Police Department is the primary law enforcement agency for the District of Columbia. The MPD has over 4,000 sworn and civilian members serving the city, which is divided into 7 police districts, each of which is further subdivided into 7 or more police service areas. It is the mission of the Metropolitan Police Department to safeguard the District of Columbia and protect its residents and visitors with the highest regard for the sanctity of human life. They strive at all times to accomplish their mission with a focus of service, integrity, and fairness by upholding our city's motto, Justita Omnibus, justice for all. We thank the men and women of the Metropolitan Police Department for all they do. Let us welcome the Metropolitan Police Department Color Guard. Ladies and gentlemen, let's please welcome again our Metropolitan Police Department. Chief Peter Newsham joined the Metropolitan Police Department in 1989 and rose quickly through the ranks, serving in a number of district operational assignments. Mayor Muriel Bowser appointed Mr. Newsham interim Chief of Police on September 15, 2016. He was named Chief of the Metropolitan Police Department on February 23, 2017, and sworn in on May 2nd. Chief Newsham holds a bachelor's degree from the College of the Holy Cross and a law degree at the University of Maryland School of Law. He is a member of the Maryland Bar. Ladies and gentlemen, Chief of Police Peter Newsham. The Metropolitan Police Cadet Training Program operates through a cooperative education model and seeks to inspire District of Columbia residents between the ages of 17 and 20 who have graduated from a District of Columbia high school. Cadets will play a positive role in improving their neighborhoods. The underlying focus of cadet training is on self-discipline and instilling core values such as service to the community. There's no better place to be than Washington, D.C. on the 4th of July, and here is the lead banner carried by our parade volunteers. We thank them and all of the hundreds of volunteers who are participating today. Please welcome the military units led by Commander of Troops Colonel Ryan Morgan of Burke, Virginia. Here is the Joint Staff Honor Guard consisting of an officer from each branch of service. Army, Captain Adrian Shard, New Philadelphia, Ohio. Marines, Captain Caitlin Kleiber, Alexandria, Virginia. Navy, Senior Chief Shaven Savoy, Rayne, Louisiana. Air Force, Captain Angela Montfort, Washington, D.C. Coast Guard, Lieutenant Junior Grade Jacob Urrutia, Hemet, California. Please welcome the D.C. National Guard, the 257th Army Band, the band of the nation's capital. Here is the Army Marching Platoon from the 3rd U.S. Infantry Old Guard, led by Platoon Leader Captain Victor Farrar from Bowling Green, Kentucky. Platoon Sergeant Staff Sergeant Kelly Holliday, Winder for Georgia. Let's welcome the Marine Marching Platoon from the U.S. Marine Corps Ceremonial Guard, led by Platoon Commander First Lieutenant Matthew Galladay from Arlington, Virginia. Platoon Sergeant Staff Sergeant Michael Charneski from Alexandria, Virginia. Please welcome from the Military District of Washington the Joint Armed Forces Color Guard, which consists of representatives from each of the 5 military services, led by Sergeant Jordan Carrier, Mission, Texas. U.S. Navy Marching Platoon from the United States Navy Ceremonial Guard, led by Platoon Officer Lieutenant Anna Douglas, Jacksonville, Florida. Platoon Sergeant Ship Serviceman Petty Officer First Class Patrick Sullivan from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Here is the Air Force Marching Platoon from the U.S. Air Force Ceremonial Guard, led by Platoon Officer Captain Brian Chakowski from Washington, D.C. Platoon Sergeant Technical Sergeant Michael Marr from Washington, D.C. Welcome the Coast Guard Marching Platoon from the U.S. Coast Guard Ceremonial Platoon, led by Platoon Leader YMC Yowman Chief Petty Officer Mark Thompson from Baltimore, Maryland. NCO Petty Officer Gunner Mate First Class Petty Officer Michael Lynch, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Welcome the Old Guard Fife and Drum Corps from the 3rd U.S. Infantry Old Guard, led by Drum Major, FPC Drum Major Sergeant Major William White from Williamsburg, Virginia. Next up is the National Park Service, celebrating 100 years of preserving and protecting our national treasures across the country and right here in Washington, D.C. The National Park Service, established in 1916, preserves unimpaired the natural and cultural resources and values of the national park system for the enjoyment, education, and inspiration of this and future generations. Today, they are joined by employees and volunteers who work throughout the region at our national parks, memorials, monuments, and historic sites. Mike Reynolds currently serves as Acting Director of the National Park Service, a position in which he is responsible for the 417 national parks across the country that attract more than 300 million visitors each year. The 3rd generation of his family to work for the National Park Service, Director Reynolds grew up in Yosemite National Park, and his 30-year career has taken him across the country to assignments. National Mall and Memorial Park Superintendent Gay Vitsky is proud to oversee the management of some of our nation's and our city's most cherished and iconic sites, including the Washington Monument, the Jefferson Memorial, even America's Front Yard, the newly revitalized National Mall. There are many parks in Washington, D.C. and in the surrounding area, and are as diverse as the region itself. From the forest of Rock Creek Park and the marble columns of the Lincoln Memorial to the engineering marvel of the C&O Canal and the historic streets of Harper's Ferry, they preserve the natural beauty and fragile ecosystem of the Potomac Corridor. The future of the National Park Service is in young men and women you see in front of you, interns from around the region who are working hard for and with the National Park Service, many hoping someday to don the iconic flat hat and join the ranks of the more than 20,000 National Park Service employees nationwide. And finally, we see the official float from the National Mall and Memorial Parks. Riding on the float are members of the National Mall team. With over 36 million annual visitors, National Mall and Memorial Parks not only protects and tells the stories of some of our nation's most iconic landmarks, it also our national stage for democracy and First Amendment activities, and hosts some of our most important events, including the National Cherry Blossom Festival, presidential inaugurations, and today our National Independence Day celebration. The Valders High School band performs at local festival, national parades, school concerts, and more than 25 national sporting events per year, including field marching at all home football games. Of the 350 students enrolled at Valders High School, 130 are in the band program. The band was honored to be nominated by and would like to thank local Congressman Glenn Grothman for the opportunity to represent the great state of Wisconsin in the parade. One of the students' fathers is a graphic artist and created a logo that appeared on all fundraising ads, clothing, and letters. The backdrop of the design is the U.S. Capitol building with the logo Small Town Pride for a big time trip. Ladies and gentlemen, Valders High School Band. The DAR is a women's service organization that promotes historic preservation, education, and patriotism. Daughters of American Revolution honors the patriots of the Revolutionary War and supports America's military around the world with nearly 185,000 members. NSDAR's Service to America's initiative encouraged members to volunteer over 2 million hours this year. In 2016, DAR members collected over 100,000 thank you letters to service members to set an official Guinness World Records for most letters to military personnel collected in 1 month. Their group is carrying oversized historic flags. Bennington, used in the 1777 Battle of Bennington, the first flag to lead American armed forces on land. Betsy Ross, an early design of our nation's flag with 13 stars to represent the 13 original colonies arranged in a circle. Star-Spangled Banner from the War of 1812 inspired Francis Scott Key to pen our national anthem during the Battle of Baltimore. The Marching Cavaliers are an all-volunteer group made up of 9th through 12th grade students. This is the Marching Cavaliers' first time performing outside of their local area in Southwest Virginia, and their first time performing in this parade, and were nominated to perform by Senator Mark Warner. They held various fundraisers, including pizza and donut sales and a bingo tournament, in order to be here today. The Marching Cavaliers are led by directors Michael Farina, Naomi Orr, and Davina Mullins. Let's listen as they play Spirit of America. The Limitless Dancing Warriorettes was founded December 13, 2014 by Coach Nicole and her 3 daughters with a total of 35 members. They are a community dance program that strives for excellence not only in dance but in their academics and community involvement. They focus on honoring the importance of loyalty, dedication, commitment, determination, respect, self-discipline, and togetherness to achieve their personal team best in dance as well as all other aspects of their lives. 2 national parks that are close to the Warriorettes in their home state of Maryland are Fort Washington Park and Fort Foote Park. And now here performing from the Limitless Dancing Warriorettes.
they all be jacking. Keep up. Players on there. Come on, put your pinky rings up to the moon. Guys, what y'all trying to do? 24 karat magic in the air. Head to toe, so clear. Look out. Second verse for the hustlers, gangsters, is in your friends. I cannot preach, I gotta show them how I can get it in. First, take your sip, do your dip, spend your money like money ain't shit. Ooh, we too fresh, got to blame it on Jesus. Hashtag blessed, they ain't ready for me. I'm a dangerous man with some money in my pocket. Keep up. So many pretty girls around me and they're waking up the rocket. Keep up. Why you mad? Fix your face. Ain't my fault they all be jocking. Keep up. Players on there. Come on, put your pinky rings up to the moon. Girls, what y'all trying to do? What you trying to do? 24 karat magic in the air.
The Dancing Warriorettes, ladies and gentlemen. Here comes the one and only Uncle Sam. I bet you didn't know he was this tall. Uncle Sam is played by Steve Myatt, who first performed as Uncle Sam on stilts in this parade 25 years ago. He enjoys coming back each year to help spread American patriotism and pride. Steve Myatt has performed in events such as air shows, sporting events, parades, and has also appeared on the Today Show and in the movie I Know What You Did Last Summer. We would like to thank one of our parade sponsors, Geico Military. Since its founding in 1936, Geico has proudly served those who serve. Geico Military is honored to support America's Independence Day Parade. Thank you to the Limitless Dancing Warriorettes and Uncle Sam. The Chevy Chase Historical Vehicle Appreciation Society is committed to celebrating and raising awareness of the cultural and historical significance that the automobile has played in American society. They are led by Michael Tuttle and include members throughout the D.C. metropolitan area. The vehicle they are riding is a Mitsubishi Jeep Model J23 Series Military and was manufactured in Japan in 1968 for the Japanese Self-Defense Forces. The George Washington chapter of the Model A Ford Club of America is a club of nearly 200 individuals from Virginia, Maryland, and the District of Columbia who appreciate the rugged dependability and timeless style of the Model A Ford. They participate in local, national, and international tours, parades, and other events in over 85 to 85-year-old classic automobiles. Cars from their club have been movie star cars in major motion pictures filmed in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area. Of the 5 million Model A Fords built between 1928 and 1931, an estimated 100,000 plus still travel the highways and byways of the world. Please welcome to our parade the Chapman High School Band from Chapman, Kansas. They are a small school located in the heart of the breadbasket. They were selected to participate in the state of Kansas by former Representative Tim Huelskamp for their performances at the Kansas State Fair and the Central States Marching Festival at Kansas State University. They are led by Director Jacob Andres and are honored to be representing the great state of Kansas at this year's Independence Day Parade. From Chapman, Kansas, Chapman High School. Soaring down the street is Liberty, the patriotic eagle. This magnificent bird and all the parade balloons are produced by Tony McKay of Starbound Entertainment of Newcastle, Pennsylvania. And helping this proud bird fly today are students, the Commel Independent School District, located in the Texas Hill Country between San Antonio and Austin. San Antonio is the home of the Alamo and several missions that collectively make up the San Antonio Missions National Historical Parks. The students marching today represent 3 high schools: Canyon High School, Smithson Valley High School, and Canyon Lake High School. They are proud and honored to take part in our nation's Independence Day celebration as part of their week-long trip to the nation's capital in Virginia. This is the 5th time Comal Independent School District has participated in the nation's parade. Here comes the Red and White Brigade from Fort Osage High School in Harry Truman's hometown of Independence, Missouri. They are made up of students in grades 9 through 12, and this is the largest marching band the school has had in over 20 years. Their band program has a rich tradition of excellence and is marked by their motto, "Commitment Gets Things Done." Led by band director Erica Gregory, John Gregory, Kim Kaiser, and Amanda Cruz, they are performing Patriotic Spectacular. This 1965 Metropolitan Police Department police cruiser is owned by Robert Hathaway from Seaford, Delaware. The cruiser appeared in the 2009 Presidential Inaugural Parade and is remembrance of the fallen soldiers of the Metropolitan Police Department in Washington, D.C. I recognize this next group coming up from Coatesville, Pennsylvania, the Marching Red Raiders of Coatesville. The Coatesville Red Raider Marching Band is made up of students from the 6th through 12th grades. They perform at all football games and compete in the cavalcade of bands and U.S. band circuits on the weekends. When not on the football field, the band can be found at various local community events. The band has been in existence for over 90 years and has won countless awards, most recently the U.S. Band State Championship in 2016. This is the band's first time performing in the parade, and they are excited to have been selected as a participant. The national parks closest to them are First State National Historic Park, Wilmington, Delaware; Valley Forge National Historic Park, King of Prussia, Pennsylvania; Fort Christiana Park, Wilmington, Delaware. They are under the direction of Mr. Gabe Hughes. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Marching Red Raiders of Coatesville. Each year in this amazing parade, we dedicate one float to the children of America. In the past, it has been baseball and softball and football. This year, we have a fun float called the Zoom, Zoom, Zoom float. It features 2 racing cars. Now, do you remember playing with the little Matchbox race cars when you were a child with your cousins on the back porch pretending to be the race cars? Riding on the float is Brianna Kinsey, the 2017 Miss District of Columbia. Brianna is a graduate of the University of Alabama and is continuing her education at American University. She is a talented vocalist. Her platform as a Miss District of Columbia contestant was daring to defeat diabetes. She will represent the District of Columbia in September at the Miss America pageant in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Also riding on our float and ready to perform for us is Shemaine. She has performed at the Howard Theater, the Fillmore, in the Washington, D.C. Cherry Blossom Parade, Fox 5 Good Morning, D.C., and SOBs in New York, just to name a few. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Shemaine. Queen. Let's give her another round of applause. The group of bicycle enthusiasts pedaling down Constitution Avenue are members of the Wheelmen. These riders are dedicated to the enjoyment and preservation of our cycling heritage by promoting the enjoyment and restoration of cycles built before 1918. This year they are celebrating the 50th anniversary of the Wheelmen and the 200th anniversary of the bicycle. The first high-wheel bicycle was reported on the streets of Washington, D.C. as early as 1878. A ride down the Capitol steps was a frequent activity for bike riders at the time. Many of the Wheelmen members have ridden across the United States on high-wheel bicycles, recreating rides from the 1880s. This week, members of the Wheelmen participated in their 50th annual convention in Westchester, Pennsylvania, where many riders completed a century or 100-mile ride on an antique bicycle. We hope you enjoy watching the Wheelmen while they perform formation and trick riding, as was seen back in the day. Let's give a warm welcome to the Huntington area marching cats from Huntington, Pennsylvania. This is their first year marching in this parade. The marching cats perform for all home and away football games throughout the regular and postseason. As a competitive field band, the marching cats are part of the Allegheny Mountain region of the Tournament of Bands competition circuit, winning the region championships 4 times in the last 5 years. In addition to the field performances, the marching cats perform at several community parades each year, as well as many other local events. In 2014, the marching cats marched and parade at the Walt Disney World Magic Kingdom. Huntington High School is close to Gettysburg National Military Park. They are playing the Liberty Bell March by John Philip Sousa under the direction of Joden and Emily Canner. The National Capital Regional Mustang Club is for owners and fans of the America's original pony car, a member club of the Mustang Club of America. This year, they celebrate the 50th anniversary of the Ford Mustang. The club participates in car shows, street events such as rides and cruises, cookouts and parades. Members' cars have been used in movies and television shows and even modeled for advertisements and a U.S. postage stamp. Members' cars range from the first 1964 and a half Mustangs that came early in 1964 to current modern Ford Mustangs, including specialized cars like Shelby, Steeda, and Saline Mustangs. The National Capital Region Mustang Club has appeared in America's Independence Day Parade for over 10 years. DC Roller Girls is a non-profit roller derby league run entirely by the skaters and is a proud member of the Women's Flat Track Derby Association. The DC Roller Girls' vision is to promote an athleticism, diversity, and roller derby and foster self-worth, personal strength, and female empowerment. Having just completed their 10th season, the DC Roller Girls are more popular than ever and bring to the track 4 home teams: the Cherry Blossom Bombshells, which are the current champions, as well as the DC Demon Cats, Scarce Force One, and the Majority Whips. The DC Roller Girls also boast 2 travel teams, the DC All-Stars and the National Maulers. Visit DCRollerGirls.com for more information. Ladies and gentlemen, the DC Roller Girls. The Kokomo Marching Wildcats are a competitive high school band from the great state of Indiana. Students grades 9 through 12 volunteer to participate in this exciting ensemble over the summer months. They have a proud 100-plus year history and are ecstatic to represent their community and the state of Indiana today in the National Independence Day Parade. They thank District 4 Representative Todd Rokita, Kokomo Mayor Greg Goodnight, School Superintendent Jeff Hauswald, and Principal Angela Blessing for their support in participating today. Indiana is fortunate to be the home of 3 national parks: the Indiana Dunes National Lakeshore, Hoosier National Forest, and the George Rogers Clark National Historical Park. Ladies and gentlemen, Kokomo High School Band. The mission of Sikhs of America organization is to raise awareness and share cultural values with others while recognizing the contributions made by Sikhs. Sikhs are serving today as medical professionals, engineers, entrepreneurs, businessmen, teachers, and contributing in many more ways to the growth of our one nation. The theme of this year's unit is to recognize contributions of Sikhs in World War II and of those currently serving in U.S. Armed Forces and police departments today. Sikhs are noticeable because they wear turban and do not cut their hair. Participants in this parade wearing American flag colors, red, blue, and white, demonstrate solidarity to one nation. Today, the Sikhs of America group is being led by first turbaned Sikh soldier, U.S. Army Major Kelsey, and his colleagues, showcasing pride and commitment to serving American Defense Services while maintaining Sikh faith. Major Kelsey is Afghanistan, and in 2011 received Bronze Star Medal, which is the 4th highest combat award. Uncle Sam is the best known and least known about American symbols. He has represented the United States throughout the world and at home for well over 186 years, and yet few Americans know that Uncle Sam was derived from a real man, Samuel Wilson of Troy, New York. Uncle Sam's spirit goes marching on today, and our parade is a 50-foot tall helium-filled balloon. He is escorted by a team of 32 patriots from the Sikhs of America down our parade route. Uncle Sam shines out as a star of the first magnitude. He is a symbol of the United States for people in all parts of the world. He is our composite American personality, the symbolic projection of what our country means to us and to other nations. Ever since its inception in 1929, the Bahrain Police Band has been among the well-loved institutions both at home and abroad. Bahrain Police Band has been in great demand at official and social functions throughout the country and has enjoyed popular acclaim during visits to Europe, 4 times in England, 4 times Germany, twice in Italy, once to Moscow. While all military bands by their very nature evoke a powerful spectacle, the Bahrain Police Band adds a unique twist to the concept, deftly blending the music and culture of the British military tradition with their proud Arab heritage. This melding of East and West reflected in their music, instruments, and uniforms, playing alongside the traditional instruments of a Western ceremonial band, an Arabic percussion group clad in striking red ceremonial cloaks edged with gold spice the music with evocative Arab rhythms. The director of music is Major General Mubarak Najem. He is a talented composer and arranger of traditional and popular music both in Western and Oriental styles as well as in the classical military tradition, all of which is reflected in the multicultural repertoire of the Bahrain Police Band. Please welcome Miss America's outstanding teen, Nicole Gia. Nicole is a 17-year-old student at Cassidy High School. She's the daughter of Gregory and Mary Gia and resides in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Nicole's triumphant walk across the stage was just the beginning of a journey that has taken her all over the country during her year of service as Miss America's Outstanding Teen 2017. She travels speaking to audiences about her platform, Be Selfless, and acting as the official National Teen Goodwill Ambassador for Children's Miracle Network Hospitals, a nonprofit organization dedicated to saving and improving the lives of children by raising funds for children's hospitals. Miss Maryland's Outstanding Teen 2016, Chloe Wildman from Lonaconing, Maryland, was recently crowned on June 24th at the Miss Maryland pageant held in Hagerstown, Maryland. She will compete for the title of Miss America's Outstanding Teen on July 29th in Orlando, Florida. Miss Maryland's Outstanding Teen Program is part of the Miss America's Outstanding Teen Program, the largest scholarship provider for women in the world. Here come the Apsagami Marching Braves, the group consisting of members between 9th and 12th grade and under the direction of John Porgo and Amanda Lackitz. The Marching Braves are an award-winning competitive marching band. They take pride in performing high school quality music and representing the hard-working, dedicated students of Apsagami High School. This group has performed at MetLife Stadium, Disney World, and in the Atlantic City Miss America Parade. The Marching Braves are extremely honored and excited to represent Apsagami High School, Atlantic County, and the state of New Jersey in the 2017 National Independence Day Parade. Founded in 1994, Gotta Swing was honored to be the official swing dancers at the dedication of the World War II Memorial in the National Mall in 2004. Gotta Swing has performed in the Cherry Blossom Festival and July 4th parades for more than 9 years. As lucky residents of the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area, Gotta Swing cherishes the national parks that are part of the parcel of the city landscape. From the Lincoln Memorial to the World War II Memorial, from Mount Vernon to Fort McHenry, Gotta Swing dancers salute the National Park Service and the vital service they provide to all Americans. Gotta Swing loves sharing the joy of swing dancing. Let's watch as they dance for us right now.
And I just got paid. I'm fool about money, don't try to save. My heart says go, go, have a time. Saturday night, baby, and I feel it, but I wanna rock it. I wanna live it. I wanna shake it up. I wanna ball it up. I wanna live it up. And the ballin' night. Well, I got me a date and I won't be late. I picked her up in my 88. Shake on down by the social hall when the joint starts jumping. I'll have a ball on night. I wanna shake it up. I wanna live it up. Gonna ball it up. I wanna live it up. And a ball tonight. But I don't care if I spend my doggone tonight. I'm gonna be the one I have it, so I wanna rock it. I wanna live it up. just got paid. A fool about my money, don't try to save. My heart says go, go, have a time. For Saturday night, baby, I'm a feeling fine. I wanna rock it. I wanna rip it. I wanna shake it. I wanna party. I wanna rip it. Every night.
Thank you to the Gotta Swing Dancers. Riding on the next float are members of the Taiwanese American Interaction Association and the Fairfax Dance Troupe. The Taiwanese American Interaction Association is devoted to promote and facilitate the interaction and integration of Taiwanese Americans with mainstream America. This is done through cultural, educational, and social service programs in multicultural communities, as well as participation in commemorative events such as the National Independence Day parades, Cherry Blossom Festival Parade, and the Memorial Day parades in Washington, D.C. The Fairfax Dance Troupe is a nonprofit amateur group dedicated to sharing art and culture and the promotion of cross-cultural understanding. Performers of all ages from the greater Washington, D.C. metro area and Delaware vividly portray the life and culture of Taiwan through the beautiful art of dance. The troupe was established by a Taiwanese American, Mrs. Chin Su Lee Choi, in 1988 and has received numerous awards for their performances. This group has participated in the July 4th parade 11 times. Most of their members are first-generation immigrants from Taiwan. Red Fraggle is a non-stop whirligig of activity, and here she comes jamming down our parade route to help us celebrate. To her fellow Fraggles, Red is often seen as a flash of crimson racing to her next athletic pursuit. She is a Fraggle Rock champion in tug-of-war, diving while singing backwards, and blindfolded one-legged radish relay, and a number of other traditional Fraggle sports. Today, this 50-foot tall Red made a snack of 4,000 cubic feet of helium to help her skedaddle down the parade route. And helping her dance her cares away are 32 of her Fraggle friends from the Taiwanese American Independence Day parade group. The McDowell High School Marching Band is proud to represent the McDowell Center for the Performing Arts, the Mill Creek Township School District, the Mill Creek Township Community, and the City of Erie, Pennsylvania. The group is comprised of 100 members, grades 8 through 12. The band is a member of the Lakeshore Marching Band Association, is a 3-time open class champion. The band also has competed in the Bands of America regional and national competitions. Led by Jerry Anderson, the McDowell Band has a long history of performing for special events, including the Pennsylvania Governor's Inaugural Parade in 1995 and 1999 for Governor Tom Ridge of Erie, who was then selected as our nation's first Director of Homeland Security. The band members would like to thank all of the McDowell Band aides for their help in providing this opportunity. McDowell Intermediate High School Band. Commencing in 1866, the Buffalo Soldiers are one of the 4 Buffalo Soldier regiments who fought during the Indian Wars, chased Billy the Kid and Geronimo, Spanish-American War, Philippine Insurrection, chased Pancho Villa, Korean War, Vietnam War, and are currently serving in Iraq and Afghanistan. The Buffalo Soldiers were awarded 4 Medals of Honor during the Spanish-American War, and the famous Charge Up San Juan Hill with Teddy Roosevelt with 14 Medals of Honor during the Indian Wars. Ladies and gentlemen, let's thank them again, our Buffalo Soldiers. Marching their way past us right now is the Tiger Pride Marching Band from the Northeast Jones High School Band Program. Northeast Jones High School is located in Laurel, Mississippi. In the past 5 years, this band has grown from 37 members to over 100 members. Led by band director Zach Langley and assistant band director Lindsay Langley, this exemplary music program inspires young musicians to master their art and work as a team to achieve the highest level of craft and character. The students worked very hard raising funds to participate in this once-in-a-lifetime event. They had various sponsors, several individual fundraisers, a spring fling festival, and a Jeff Bates benefit concert, all to raise money, the necessary funds to be here today. The national park closest to them is DeSoto National Forest in Brooklyn, Mississippi. Let's listen. The Statue of Liberty, located in New York City, is a statue that's become an icon of freedom and was a welcoming sight to immigrants arriving from abroad. The all-copper statue was given to the United States of America from the people of France and was officially dedicated on October 28, 1886. Some great facts about the statue include her feet that are 25 feet long, which would be a size 879 in a female shoe size, and the statue weighs 450,000 pounds. The Statue of the Liberty Park is maintained and managed by the National Park Service. Riding on our Statue of Liberty float is George Washington, Abe Lincoln, and performer Raquel. Her mantra, singer, songwriter, superhero, hints at her goals with music, not only to sing, but to write lyrics that can help people, are relatable, expressive, and uplifting. Raquel strives to be her own breed of superhero, who uses her gifts and talents with melodies and lyricism to leave her mark in the world, a magical musical legacy. And now, here's a performance from Raquel.
DC, it's the 4th of July, so you know what you gotta do? You gotta sing with me. You just gotta get alive, and let it shine. Just know the night is the 4th of July. Baby, you're a firework. Come on, show the world your work. Make them go You gotta turn from the sky. Baby, you're a firework. Come on, let your talent burn. Make them go You're gonna leave them falling Boom, boom, boom. Even brighter than the moon, moon, moon. It's always been inside of you. So it's time to let it through. Baby, you're a firework. Come on, show your work. Make them go as the shadow comes to sky. Baby, you're a firework. Come on, show your work. Make them go leave them falling Boom, boom, boom. Even brighter than the moon, moon, moon. Whoa, boom, boom, boom. Even brighter than the moon, moon. Happy 4th of July.
Thank you, Raquel. Happy birthday, America. Thank you to our many parade volunteers for helping us put on today's event. It takes hundreds of volunteers to make an event of this size happen. Thank them all. The Ole Valley High School Lynx Marching Band is a traditional style marching band that performs in local and regional parades, local varsity football games, and community events, and school pep rallies. Each year, over 70 students in grades 9 through 12 participate in the ensemble. Most recently, in February 2016, the Lynx Marching Band traveled to Orlando, Florida to perform in the Walt Disney World's Main Street Parade in the heart of Magic Kingdom. Some highlight performances of the Lynx Marching Band include performing in Philadelphia at the Eagles NFL football games, the Virginia Apple Blossom Festival, and the Washington, D.C. Competition Parade. We would like to acknowledge Representative Mahoney from Pennsylvania, who is here today watching to support the band, who is from his district. Thank you for joining us, Representative Mahoney, as well as your family here at the parade. Happy 4th of July. Let's listen to Ole Valley High School. It seems fitting that on such a holiday as the 4th of July, we have a huge 30-foot by 60-foot American flag making its way down Constitution Avenue. Carrying the flag are our parade volunteers. We thank them and all the volunteers for being here in our nation's capital today for the 4th of July. The flag is being carried by volunteers from the National Capital Region CPB Law Enforcement Explorers. Let's thank all of our volunteers today. Alma Shriners are chartered on June 14, 1886. During that time, they have been honored to count as their members men of character who have helped to shape not only our city, but our nation as well. Shriners Hospitals for Children is a health care system of 22 hospitals dedicated to improving the lives of children by providing pediatric specialty care, innovative research, and outstanding teaching programs for medical professionals. Children up to age 18 with orthopedic conditions, burns, spinal cord injuries, and cleft lip and palate are eligible for care and receive all services in a family-centered environment regardless of the patient's ability to pay. It's how Shriners Hospitals for Children has been changing the world through caring for kids since 1922. The Washington Nationals are your home team. Come out and support your team this summer. The Natmobile is the premier marketing vehicle of the Washington Nationals. The Washington Nationals are playing the Brewers today. Check out the Washington Nationals schedule at nationals.com and join them for a game. Your hometown team, the Washington Nationals. Here comes the Plaquemine High School Green Machine marching in this parade all the way from the state of Louisiana. The band's overall philosophy is to strive for excellence, which is defined as the product of hard work and extra effort that creates the difference between an acceptable job and an outstanding job. Their motto is never compete, only create. Under the direction and leadership of Mr. Hollins and his staff, the band program at Plaquemine High School continues to grow and reach new heights year by year. The national park closest to their hometown is the Atchafalaya National Heritage Area. Following all of the crazy temperature swings we have had over the last few months, we certainly hope your garden looks as good as our summer garden float. This lush and beautiful creation is filled with flowers and all those friends you find in your garden. Butterflies, bees, birds, and maybe even a fun little gopher and a caterpillar. Many more months of summer season exist to enjoy the beauty of a stunning summer garden. Riding on the float is Swing Ship. Riding on the float of DC's own Laser Swing Ship featuring Aaron Gamp, Kate Teal, and Joanne Wirt, specializing in the popular hits of the 1940s and 50s. They are now going to sing Don't Sit Under the Apple Tree for all of us on this 4th of July holiday. Ladies, take it away.
marching home. Then we'll go on and sit down under the apple tree. Maybe just you and me. Then I come marching home.
Thank you to the ladies of Swing Shift. Coming from Central Illinois, the Pana High School band consists of 47 outstanding musicians representing small-town America. The band performs in parades throughout the state, including the Illinois State Fair Parade. Students in this band are well-rounded and all are actively involved in multiple extracurricular activities and sporting teams. The band is rooted in a tradition of excellence in the marching, concert, and jazz programs. The marching band is a vital component of the overall program and community at Pana High School, and over the past 5 years, the Pana High School band has nearly doubled in enrollment and continues to grow. The band is under the direction of Miss Teresa Steiner, drum major Tegan Strom, and flag coach Sarah Wood. Pana is located approximately 45 miles east of Springfield, Illinois, home to Abraham Lincoln. Students in the school district regularly visit Lincoln's home, along with historic national sites in the Springfield area. Southern Illinois is also home to Shawnee National Forest, a favorite site for community members for family camping and vacationing. Miss Maryland 2017, Kathleen Masek from Westminster, Maryland, was recently crowned on June 24th at the Miss Maryland pageant held in Hagerstown, Maryland. She will compete for the title of Miss America on September 10th in Atlantic City. The Miss Maryland pageant has been taking place every year for the past 82 years. Miss Maryland is riding in a 1964 Cadillac convertible owned by Randy and Susan Dinchfield from Chevy Chase, Maryland. Maryland is home of 23 national parks and national historic sites. Miss Maryland, Kathleen Masek. The next band is the Pueblo West High School Cyclone Marching Band from Pueblo West, Colorado. The band performs all over the state of Colorado and includes 2 concert bands, 2 jazz bands, a percussion ensemble, and a marching band. The Pueblo West High School would like to thank retiring principal Ms. Martha Nogari for her support and their instrumental program. Pueblo, Colorado is located not too far from the Rocky Mountain National Park. This is the first appearance in the parade for Pueblo West High School. Let's listen to them. Pueblo High School Cyclone Marching Band. It was in 1918 that an apparatus was patented that automatically changed records and led to the introduction of the first jukebox in 1927. Jukeboxes were very popular across the nation from the 1940s to the 1960s, and we are thrilled to bring history to life today with our jukebox float. I'm sure many here can remember the days of sock hops, and the jukebox was the center of the attention. Ready to perform for us today is today's center of attention, No Chains. This award-winning group was formed in 2012 and includes veterans of the United States Armed Forces with 137 years of combined service. Please welcome to a performance from No Chains.
right, put your hands together, come on. We are blessed with flesh and blood. We got the blessing of Jesus in his blood. Of darkness in this world. Armor up,
Be strong in the power of the Lord.
armor up. Armor up, armor up. Armor up against the devil and his evil plan. And the breastplate of righteousness in place. And take the shield of faith to every test. Armor up.
For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the
Armor
rulers,
up.
against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the
Armor
spiritual
up.
forces of evil within the heavenly realms. Therefore,
Armor
put
up.
the full armor of God, so when that evil day comes, you may stand.
Armor up.
Be strong in the power of the Lord.
Armor up. Put on the full armor up, our God. Armor up. Armor up against the devil and his evil plan. Armor up. Be strong in the power of the Lord. Armor up. Put on the full armor of our God. Armor up. Armor up against the devil and his evil plan. Armor up. Yeah. Armor up. Armor up.
Thank you, No Change, for that wonderful performance. For over 65 years, students from all over the greater Seattle area have come together each summer to form this Seattle All-City Band, an educational program that stresses musicianship, leadership, dedication, and pride. All-City performs extensively throughout the Puget Sound region, performing in upwards of 20 parades and community celebrations in its 6-week summer season. The members performing today are participants in a traveling pet band of all-city band members and represent about a third of the varsity band membership. This is the All-City Band's third appearance in the National Independence Day Parade. The band is under the direction of Dr. Marcus Templeton. Washington is a beautiful state, and its beauty is highlighted by national parks like Olympic National Park, North Cascades National Park, and Mount Rainier National Park. The American flag sits on top of Mount Everest, flies on the moon, and is now making a special appearance flying high here in our town today. Betsy Ross sewed the first American flag, and it was probably designed by Francis Hopkinson, a New Jersey delegate to the Continental Congress and a signer of the Declaration of Independence. This flag stands at 25 feet long. Helping guide this balloon down the street are 24 patriots from the Grand Lodge of Free and Accepted Masons. It takes 3,000 cubic feet of helium to inflate this flag. The flag is being led down the parade route by members from the Grand Lodge of Free and Accepted Masons. This American flag and all the parade balloons are produced by Starbound Entertainment of Newcastle, Pennsylvania. The Sydney High School Marching Band from Sydney, Montana is directed by Miss Kylie Stunt. It consists of students grades 9 through 12. The band marches in 3 parades every year, 2 in Montana and 1 in North Dakota. The band also plays symphonic music during the school year and brings the pep band to every football, volleyball, and basketball game. They are a very dedicated group of young musicians who always strive to achieve their goals both in and out of the classroom. This band was nominated by Montana Senator Steve Daines to be at today's parade. Sydney, Montana is located near Teddy Roosevelt National Park. Today they will be playing We're an American Band, arranged by Tom Wallace. The USO has kept our military men and women connected to family, home, and country throughout their time of service, no matter where, how long, or under what conditions they serve. It was founded in preparation for World War II by national leaders who understood that maintaining high morale in a fighting force is vital to a nation's military success. Over time, the USO has become the vital bridge between Americans and their military service members. The USO is a family of volunteers sustained by charitable contributions of millions of generous Americans. Our work is America's most powerful expression of gratitude to the men and women who secure our nation's freedom. 10 locations and a deployable mobile USO provide Signature USO services to the nearly 300,000 military members and their families living in the region and the 150,000 who travel through our local airports. Their home base of DC is closest to the National Mall, National Park, just down the street. Please welcome Boy Scout Troop 55 from Great Falls, Virginia. The group's scoutmaster is Gary Pan. In recent years, the troop has expanded service opportunities to support our local schools and community groups. In 2015, the troop was given a 2015 Volunteer Fairfax Award in the youth group category, and the troop participates in the Presidential Service Awards and has over 25 gold, silver, and bronze awards. The group was chartered about 35 years ago and has had over 100 scouts achieve the rank of Eagle, the highest rank a scout may achieve. The nearest national park to them is Great Falls National Park on the Potomac River. Take Over. Auto Family from Clinton, Maryland is a group of young adults who have a passion for cars. Within that passion lies creativity and uniqueness required to modify their motor vehicles to match their individual personalities and tastes. In addition to their focus on cars, Take Over members participate in community service opportunities such as holiday drives and feeding the homeless, as well as family events, both hosting and supporting the events of others. Various other parades throughout the year and events like National Night Out to promote positivity in their respective community. The park they drive to the most is Sandy Point State Park. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the award-winning Spanish River High School Silver Sound Marching Band from Boca Raton, Florida. Drum majors of the Silver Sound are Jessica Land and Rachel Alexander. The band captain is Jasper Schreiber. Drum captains are Brandon Grunis and Gregory Newton. Led by director Craig White, the Silver Sound Marching Band proudly represents the city of Boca Raton, the Palm Beach County School District, and the state of Florida. Palm Beach County was one of only 2 districts in the state of Florida to be named on the list of best communities for music education by the nonprofit National Association of Music Merchants in 2017. They were nominated by Congressman Ted Deutsch to perform in this year's National Independence Day Parade. Let's take a listen. Here come the Marines, women Marines that is. The Women Marines Association is the only veterans association for and about women who are currently serving or who have served with honor in the United States Marine Corps or Marine Reserve. Riding as passenger in this vintage 2001 Corvette is Parissa Featherson, a retired Marine Sergeant Major who hails from Baltimore, Maryland. Parissa, who is the president of the Virginia chapter of the Women Marines Association, served on active duty from 1979 to 2005 and currently works at Marine Corps Base Quantico, Virginia as the Director of Personnel and Professional Development Programs. Positive outcome mentoring and dance also known as Palm Squad, is a non-profit dance and mentoring program for girls. The organization was created in 2014 by a Washington Redskins cheerleader with a mission to increase confidence, build social skills, and provide lifetime experiences that will have a lasting positive impact. Palm Squad believes that every girl should be afforded the opportunity to participate in dance, and therefore financial assistance is offered to make dance affordable to all families. The program is based in Montgomery County, Maryland, and the girls perform at many of the county's parades each year. This is their first year offering a summer camp for girls in Silver Spring, Maryland. For more information, please visit www.thepalmsquad.org. Floating down Constitution Avenue is the Love Float. Our nation is filled with love for all who are part of the great nation. The infamous Love statue was created by American artist Robert Indiana and was first displayed in sculptural form in 1970. Many different versions of the statue exist in Hebrew, Chinese, Italian, and Spanish. The most famous Love statue is in Philadelphia, the birthplace of America, in Love Park. Riding on the float today is Master Sergeant Antonio Giuliano. He is a senior national anthem soloist and member of the U.S. Army Chorus since 1988. Master Sergeant Giuliano has represented his country as a soloist, performing for heads of state, kings, queens, and presidents worldwide. Now, to sing God Bless America, please welcome Master Sergeant Giuliano.
While the storm clouds gather far across the sea, let us swear allegiance to a land that's free. Let us all be grateful for a land so fair, as we raise our voices in a solemn prayer. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans, white with foam, God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Ladies and gentlemen, Master Sergeant Giuliano, thank you for that wonderful performance. Here come the Silver Starlets dance team. They are a competitive dance team with dancers ranging from 5 to 18 years of age. They are trained in different styles of dance and compete in numerous majorette dance competitions. They are an undefeated majorette dance team and have been in business for 2.5 years. Hey, look, here comes everyone's favorite marmalade-loving bear. It's Paddington. Looking dapper in his duffel coat and floppy hat, Paddington has traveled here all the way from London looking for adventure. Always loving a celebration, Paddington Bear has decided to come here to celebrate with all of the boys and girls. This Paddington Bear is quite larger than he was the day the Browns found him. Today he stands an amazing 40 feet tall, and instead of eating his very, very favorite food, marmalade, today he dined on a feast of 4,000 cubic feet of helium to help him amble down our streets today. Helping along are 32 of his very, very important helpers from the 4-H Club. The Falun Dafa Falun Gong group is presenting the Divine Land Marching Band from New York City. The first Tian Guo band was formed in New York City in 2005. Shortly after, branches formed in Western USA, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, South Korea, Taiwan, and Europe. The band from New York brings together 150 volunteers who all share in and draw inspiration from the practice of Falun Gong. Although members are ethnically and culturally diverse, the majority of performers are Chinese. The band has performed at both stage and marching performances, including parades, ethnic community events, and holiday festivities. It is enthusiastically welcomed, applauded, and asked to return. Let's take a listen. Coming down Constitution Avenue right now are larger than life gold and blue stars. They are perfect here on the 4th of July. These stars are being carried by members of Falun Dafa. Let's hear it for them. We thank Falun Dafa for their parade float entry on today's American Independence Day parade. It took prototype source of Santa Barbara, California, approximately 6 months to design and build the original Hershey's Kissmobile Cruiser. The vehicle was completed in May 1997. The giant Hershey's Kiss brand milk chocolates are made of fiberglass material. Hershey's Kissmobile Cruiser resembles 3 giant Hershey Kisses brand milk chocolates. Each Kiss shape is 8 feet tall. The plumes are 4 feet long. When in active use, each Hershey's Kiss Cruiser traveled over 30,000 miles a year. Each is equipped with a 42-inch plasma flat-screen TV, a DVD sound system complete with karaoke and video games. It can store 230,000 kisses in its refrigerated compartment. The Free State Clown Alley was formed in 1972 to place smiles on the faces of young and old. The Free State Clown Alley is located in Maryland, and they are very proud to say that Fort McHenry, home of the Star Spangled Banner, is their backyard. This group is comprised of professional clowns, balloon artists, magicians, and all types of entertainers. Led by group leader Pat Stevenson, they perform in nursing homes, hospitals, schools, corporate settings, and private parties. The alley has mentors and friends from all over the world. They also perform in the classic American tinted circuses as they travel throughout Maryland. Bump a nose. From Mission Viejo, Orange County, California, here comes the Trabuco Hills High School Thundering Mustangs Marching Unit. Serving more than 3,000 students in grades 9 through 12, Trabuco Hills prides itself on providing the students with a fundamental comprehensive education and preparing them to lead in the 21st century. Trabuco Hills High School is a National Blue Ribbon School and a multi-time California Distinguished School awardee. The closest national park to Trabuco Hills is the well-known Yosemite National Park. Let's listen as they play Congress Hallmark by John Philip Sousa. Here comes the 20 Mule Team, famous for hauling tons of borax from the hottest desert in the world, Death Valley. The trip from Death Valley was a 165-mile, one-way, 10-day journey to the railhead at Mojave, California. Originally, the 2 freight wagons and the water wagon in the rear, fully loaded, would have weighed 72,000 pounds or 36.5 tons. The nonprofit Death Valley Conservancy is dedicated to preserving the cultural and natural resources of Death Valley and the region. Its supporters and the Borax Company, now known as Rio Tinto Borax, created exact replica wagons made by wagon maker Dave Engel. Mule owner and driver Bobby Tanner controls the big hitch of mules called a jerk line. A steady pull of line turns the team to the left, and a series of jerk signals a right turn. The 20 Mule Team last appearance here in Washington, D.C. was a century ago at the inauguration of President Woodrow Wilson. We welcome them back. A special thank you to more of our incredible parade volunteers. Thank you for participating with us today. We couldn't do it without each and every one of you. Happy Independence Day. Calisthenics Revolution offers a new and unique approach to fitness, a holistic approach using only your body weight. Cali Rev was founded in 2014, bringing modern calisthenics to the DC area. Cali Rev's modern fitness approach may be new, but exercise in the form of calisthenics has been around for centuries. Think gladiator-style training. The word calisthenics itself comes from the ancient Greek words kalos, meaning beauty, and stenthos, meaning strength. You can often find members at their favorite local parks, including the National Mall and Memorial Parks, George Washington Memorial Parkway, and Great Falls Park. Please visit them online for information on our gym grand opening or how to join our workouts right now. And now here's a performance from the Calisthenics Revolution Gymnastics team.
Straight
and flip. Flipping that, flipping that, flipping that. Pull up in that for my God. Whole squad getting that, getting that. Please say it ain't true. I had to go and cop two. Hell no, we can't fit in that. Wild ones, like me fresh out the cage. Showtime, baby, fresh off the stage. Bad little mama, fresh off the page. Front like you love, but you know that you hate it. Yeah, you know no better. Yeah, you know no better. Yeah, you know no better. Ooh.
Yeah, you know no better. Say you're different, who you kidding? Yeah, you know no better. Ooh, say that top for the ones who don't know no better. 'Cause baby, I know you better.
Baby, I know no better.
Baby, I know you
Baby,
better.
I know.
Baby, I know you better. Baby, I know you better. Baby, I know you better.
Baby, I know no better. Top dropped off on my whip. Whipping that, whipping that, whipping that, that. Yellow and the purple on mix. Mixing that, mixing that, mixing that. Come up in the tropics. You know where she's sitting at. Taking shots for the bottle, at the bottle, at the bottle. No, he ain't sipping that.
I drop the top on that new thing. My chocolate raw, they rock the tree. Gotta know it's impossible to stop for Lauren. Got the box, I want the new thing. Yeah. She gon' show out, before it's my high love, roll out, yeah. She gon' show out, before you break it down, girl, roll out, what up? If I'm right with you, better know that I'm alright for you. Better know that we can live for each other. That don't mean I gotta die for you.
Show me my love. Show me sweet love. Yeah. Show me my love. Oh yeah. Show me sweet love. Yeah. See, show me my
Thank you to the Calisthenics Revolution Gymnastics team. Yo, Gabba Gabba, here comes our favorite pink flower girl. Get ready to dance with Fufa. Fufa is a pink flower bubble. She's giggly, outgoing, happy, bubbly, and likes things that are cute and cuddly. But sometimes she gets a little moody if things don't go her way. She loves flowers, rainbows, and unicorns and can play the tambourine. Fufa stands pretty at 50 feet tall and had a pre-parade snack of 4,000 cubic feet of helium before today's event to help her glide down our streets. Give a cheer for the 34 helpers guiding her down today's parade route from the Vietnamese parade group. And now, representing the volunteer state of Tennessee, the White County High School Warrior Marching Band. The Warrior Marching Band's home is in Sparta, Tennessee, located in the Upper Cumberland region of the state. The group is comprised of dedicated students ranging from the ages 14 to 18 in grades 9 through 12. The band is under the direction of Roger Mills and Assistant Director Brian Amaral. Staff includes Donnell Matthews, color guard instructor Crystal Summers, and percussion instructor Ethan McDaniel. The band is led in the parade by drum majors Deidre Sparks, Bryce Wilkinson, and Caitlin Presley. The Warrior Marching Band is the pride of White County and has performed in the Savannah, Georgia St. Patrick's Day Parade and the Gatlinburg Christmas Parade, but this is their first time in this parade. They will be performing God Bless America by Irving Berlin. The closest national park to them is the great state of Tennessee, is the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. Vietnamese American Celebration Freedom, in partnership with the Vietnamese American community of DC, Maryland, Virginia, are proud to continue their annual July 4th tradition of presenting this year's float. Many of the performers and volunteers are veterans of this patriotic parade. The group has been a part of this parade celebration since 1991. This year they welcomed their reigning Miss Vietnam DC and her court as special guests. The July 4th parade is of special significance to the Vietnamese American community because many are first-generation Americans. The values of freedom, life, and liberty, and the pursuit of happiness are more than ideals to them. This parade symbolizes for the community a celebration to honor these very principles. America's greatness comes from her citizens, and Vietnamese Americans are honored to be a part of the fabric that makes America truly unique. They feel lucky to have so many national parks nearby, such as the National Mall and Memorial Parks, C&O Canal National Historic Park, Constitution Gardens, and many, many more. Dev Garjana is a rhythm group which consists mostly of children and young adults with adult supervision and coaching. Children are trained in Indian rhythm instruments called dol and tasha. Dol is a very heavy bass drum, while tasha is a high treble instrument that is unique to the Indian subcontinent in Asia. Using dol and tasha, the players create complex rhythm patterns that are extremely fast-paced and harmonious. These catchy beats are accompanied by other side rhythm instruments, including hand cymbals, shakers, and tambourines. These beat-tapping rhythms are very exciting and make people dance naturally. Our patriotic flower float brings the colors of the holiday to life, along with the huge hand-made with design floral display on the float made by parade coordinating producer Todd Marcacci. He used countless silk flowers, lilies, orchids, and other flowers to bring our float to life. Riding on the float is Miss USA 2017, Cara McCullough. Cara was born in Naples, Italy, but raised in Virginia Beach for the majority of her childhood. Her mother's position as a chief petty officer in the United States Navy, now retired, exposed Cara to many different cultures and places at a young age, including Sicily, Japan, South Korea, and Hawaii. Cara earned a Bachelor of Science degree in chemistry with a concentration in radiochemistry from South Carolina State University, and is now a scientist for the United States Nuclear Regulatory Commission. For more than 120 years, Gibson has represented the ideal combination of innovation and tradition. Gibson is an American icon, a modern global leader in a music lifestyle, and continues to be celebrated for its superior commitment to quality, prestige, and innovation. This beautiful Gibson luxury coach travels USA year-round with a base of operation in Nashville, Tennessee, and is captained by Gibson Bus Ambassador Wes Wammer. Gibson Brands is a diverse global business, best known for producing world's best music and audio products and experiences. Founded in 1894 and headquartered in Nashville, Tennessee, Gibson Brands has manufacturing, marketing, and research and development facilities throughout the world. Gibson Brand has built a portfolio of over 100 well-recognized brands, starting with the world's #1 guitar brand, Gibson. Please welcome the Fernley High School Vaquero Band. The band is under direction of band director Jason Smith and drum makers Matthew Durso and Audrey McDowell and Naomi Rivera. The color guard is under the direction of Kelly Hankey. Located about 30 minutes from Reno and approximately 2,500 miles away from Washington, D.C., Fernley, Nevada is a small town steeped in history and Western lore. With a population just shy of 20,000 people, it really connects you with the great outdoors. There are limitless opportunities for fishing, hunting, boating, camping, mountain biking, and hiking. The Vaquero Band was small as members of 17 members 7 years ago, and it was increased in size every year since then. In 2017 to 2018 upcoming season, it will be marching approximately 110 members with a student population of just over 950 students at Fernley High School. That puts over 10% of the school population involved in the high school band and color guard. We welcome them to their first appearance in our nation's parade. Keeping everyone safe on this summer's holiday is the DC Fire and Emergency Medical Services Department. DC Fire and EMS agency workforce consists of 1,827 employees. 1,252 of the employees are uniformed firefighters and 525 civilian personnel. We thank the fire department and the police department for all they do throughout the year. Happy 4th of July. The Spirit of Woodland Marching Band represents Woodland Junior Senior High School. It's located in Woodburn, Indiana. The band is appearing today in new marching uniforms purchased for the America's 2017 Independence Day Parade and future marching competitions. The Spirit of Woodland has appeared in numerous Walt Disney World parades and has also marched in several Indianapolis 500 pre-race parades. The closest national park to their school is Indiana Dunes National Lakeshore in northern Indiana. Here comes the red, white, and blue patriotic hat. Notice the beautiful colors and design, just like our flag. The red, white, and blue patriotic hat stands at 18 feet tall and has several of our friends from the Chinese American community helping to guide it down our festive streets today. The red, white, and blue patriotic hat was produced and created by Starbound Entertainment of Newcastle, Pennsylvania. The Greater Washington Chinese American Community is a nonprofit organization with members residing in Washington, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia. The mission is to build and enhance cross-cultural understanding between the Chinese American community and other ethnic groups in these regions. It organizes activities, sponsors events, hosts performances, and promotes cultural exchanges and engagements. The group has also been a longtime organizer of Chinese American participation in the Independence Day Parade and the Cherry Blossom Festival Parade in Washington, D.C. The parade delegation is made up of Chinese folk dances, representing 3 distinct Chinese ethnic groups out of 56 that exist in China. Here comes another red, white, and blue patriotic hat. Some of our friends from the Greater Washington Chinese American community are helping to guide this one down the street today. Did you know that the average person generates 4.5 pounds of trash every day? That's about 1.5 tons of solid waste per year. Although the EPA estimates that 75% of solid waste is recyclable, only about 30% is actually recycled. The National Park Service, a leader in preservation and sustainability, challenges you this 4th of July and every day to do your part and recycle. The National Mall and Memorial Parks recycling team is here to ask you to please dispose of your aluminum cans and plastic bottles in one of the many blue recycling containers scattered throughout the park. Recycle. It's the easiest thing you can do to make a huge difference. The Lemon Bay High School Marching Mantas is made up of the band and color guard students from Lemon Bay High School in Inglewood, Florida. The band is led by director Joshua Gross Nick Laws and has tripled in size over the past 8 years. Frequent participants in marching band competitions, the band program has consistently received superior ratings for all elements, including concert band, jazz band, and color guard. This is their very first appearance in this parade and the band's first trip to D.C. The band began raising funds to attend the parade this past September. Students participating in this parade also include recently graduated students, senior students who will begin their collegiate studies in the fall at schools such as University of Florida, Florida State University, and the University of Chicago. The closest national park to these manta rays is DeSoto National Monument. Here comes one of our favorite PBS Kids characters. It's the funny, friendly Buddy from Dinosaur Train. Here he is in a cold air balloon format, wishing all of us a happy holiday. Buddy, a curious, funny, intelligent T-Rex, is the star of the show. He is cautious but always ready to jump into action and start asking questions. While on the dinosaur train, Buddy makes a hypothesis and begins searching for the answers to his questions with the help of his mom, the conductor, and the new dinosaurs he meets on the train. And helping him down the street today are members of the Ishkan of DC, a nonprofit group inspired to help make the world a better place through the education and culture of Bhakti Yoga. Marching down the street now is the Illinois Valley High School Marching Gray Ghosts. The Gray Ghosts have a very active music program which includes a competitive marching band, 3 jazz bands, 2 concert bands, a winter color guard, and winter drumline program. There is a combined total of over 250 students participating in their music department for a school of 630. They have over 2,000 trophies, plaques displayed in their band room. The last time this band was in D.C. was for the National Memorial Day Parade back in 2007, so we welcome them back. The national park closest to these musicians is the Lincoln Home National Historic Site in Springfield, Illinois. Let's take a listen. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we present to you today the Two Hemispheres Bandwagon. At over 28 feet in length and 14 feet high, it is the largest circus bandwagon ever built in the history of the American circus. The Two Hemispheres Bandwagon was commissioned by James Bailey in 1903 as the new lead bandwagon, the Barnum Bailey's greatest show on Earth's triumph returned from its 5-year tour of Europe at the turn of the last century. The Two Hemispheres Bandwagon is in Washington, D.C. as a unique exhibit at the Smithsonian Institute's 2017 Festival on the Mall. There are. Oh, not written down. Can't say it. What are they? Pulling the bandwagon, the Southern Post Clydesdales. What beautiful horses. Now coming down Constitution Avenue, members of ISKCON riding Ratha Yatara, the giant chariot. This float is a replica of chariots used in cultural and religious events around the world. Similar chariots appear in parades in New York, Paris, London, Moscow, Durban, Sydney, and dozens of other cities around the world. The nearest national park to ISKCON of DC is Sino National Historic Park.
Once that cord though is stagnant, that's the problem. That's plugged into a video monitor.
We would like to thank the Hilton Alexandria Mark Center as well as the Holiday Inn on C Street for all of their support they have given us over the years. Thank you all for attending, and on behalf of everyone who brought you today's parade, we wish you a safe and happy Independence Day. Enjoy your day. Don't forget the fireworks this evening, and we will see you all back here next year. God bless America.